Since His Excellency came on board on the 29th of May, I think we've held well over 500 meetings with investors from all over the world, from China to Hong Kong to Malaysia to Tunisia to Dubai to the US to the UK to Europe, Germany, everywhere they've come from. And they've expressed interest right from the oil and gas sector to the agricultural sector. I've talked about the poultry business, to the steel industry. Some are even looking at the aluminum smelter to try and revive it. Some are looking at the power sector. Some are looking at the airport, the MRO we have there, and then some are looking at the fishery industry. So every area they're looking at. Some are looking at low-cost housing. Some are looking at building high-rise offices, top-notch offices for companies and all that. So right across the patch, every area they're interested in. And we are well positioned, Some are looking at the deep sea ports. That's a critical area we're looking at as well, because it's going to be a transshipment center for the whole of the west coast of Africa, and in fact, the rest of Africa. So they'll be looking at every area. And we are so blessed. And I tell people, Akwa Ibom State is a hidden secret. I believe, and it's not because I come from Akwa Ibom State, we are the most blessed state you can think of. In the southern part, we have abundance of oil and gas. In the northern part, we have the best soil content in the country. So we are ready to explode to the rest of the country.
Akwa Ibom State is the only state in Nigeria that has almost everything that an investor will look for. As you are aware, we are working on the seaport, the Ibom Seaport. The airport is there, one of the best in the country. It's accessible. The quality of manpower is high. Akwa Ibom State have one of the highest level of educated, skilled manpower. Therefore, any investor that comes in here will easily find manpower in abundance that he can deploy to achieve his objective.
The richest oil and gas belt in Nigeria. If you are talking about maritime potentials, we have the longest coastline in West Africa with 129 kilometers in the hand of our state only. And we border the Atlantic Ocean. So all the maritime advantages that are in the ocean are available for Akwa Ibom State.
A lot of things that God has blessed us with. And all these are what we actually need to get to where we want to go. I start by mentioning the issue of infrastructure. You go around and you see fine roads and that the previous administration worked on, and we are still trying to consolidate on that. We also look at the weather. We have the dry season and we have the wet season. And His Excellency in September last year flagged off second season planting. This to create awareness of farmers to know that we can crop all season, dry and wet season. So we are planning this particular year. We have made provision in 2016 budget to ensure that we set up irrigation facilities in 3 senatorial districts. We'll be able to plant even during dry season. And that is a major strength. We have a rich soil, very fertile soil in Akwa Ibom State. The greatest strength we have is that we have farmers who have the passion to farm. There are small-scale farmers who can be organized into cooperatives, into groups, and for be able to achieve production.
I like to say among other infrastructures that has been put in place, among others the international airport. As I speak to you, you are aware that the second runway is in progress and very soon it will be completed. And from what we are looking at, we want to believe that that second runway will create an opportunity for international cargo carrying planes to land in that very airport. I want to believe that when that is done, the volume of trade and businesses in Akwa Ibom State will grow and expand.
We are looking at partnering with with investors who have also, we've been able to sign 2 good memorandum of understanding with these investors who are coming to establish agro logistics center. The essence of a logistics center is to ensure that we carry our farmers along. So the model, again, we are looking at the model of cooperative formation, strengthening the cooperative and educating them, ensuring that they work in groups and share ideas, and we'll also be able to get across to them and train them So be able to be in line with the global practice in agricultural production. So that has to do with food availability, and food affordability is to ensure that government intervene and also share the cost of production, because you don't expect farmers to keep producing the way they have been producing, and then you expect the prices to come down. So government is determined to ensure that improved varieties of crops and livestock are also used. Don't forget that the population keeps increasing every day. And when we are talking about industrialization, the available land over time will reduce too because of population increase. So we are talking about productivity here, and we can achieve that without using improved varieties. And so government wants to ensure that farmers have access to these improved varieties to step up the level of production. I'm talking about productivity.
In the past, investors who went to any state would have made arrangements that if they were sick, they had to go back out to their country or to the Western world to have treatment. I have told you one of the visions that we are already achieving is to reverse medical tourism inwards to our state from the rest of the country, the rest of Africa, and the rest of the world possible. I can tell you as at now, we've got one case of an expatriate who was supposed to carry out a major surgery in Germany, but came to do it here because he knows of his expat colleagues in the medical profession who are here, and it was cheaper here. We've achieved that. And so anybody who comes here to invest can well be assured of good healthcare services in Akwa Ibom Specialist Hospital, the Quaternary Hospital.
Presently, we have 2 investors, like let me say 3, because one is a Nisco company who is coming to revive our oil palm plantations. It has been moribund for years. The other one is the Flows Agricultural Development. It is coming to set up processing plants and also to plant plantain and banana and maize, and also to process and market. We also have Lefanes, that is based in Abuja, although they are from Kano. Here they are into cassava production, processing, and marketing. So they want to set up a 3 logistics center in the 3 senatorial districts. This logistics center, the essence is for them to work with the cooperatives. So each of the center will have ethanol, processing plant from cassava. We also have industrial starch. It might interest you to know that presently Nigeria imports about 94% of industrial starch and 97% of ethanol. But these things are things that we can easily, achieve and obtain from here, from cassava. So they are coming to do that, and in strategic locations in the state, they will establish cassava and garri processing plants for our farmers. It might interest you to know that cassava is a major staple food in the state. So other investors that we have is Chinese investors who have indicated interest to come and invest in rice production in Akwa Ibom State. In fact, they are also going to set up Rice Research Development Institute in the local government area. And so these are the things we are expecting, and I bet you by the time it takes off fully, this will be a place to be.
The volume of business here and the potentials are very enormous and great. And it is on my own part, I want to say emphatically, that I will stand to encourage any potential investors that intend to invest in Akwa Ibom, that the return on investment will be very, very bountiful. Because in the area of security, we are safe. Akwa Ibom is the safest place as far as Niger Delta is concerned. So one of the important ingredients for investment is a secure and safe environment.
My message is key in very, very early. There's always the first mover advantage. If you don't do that, you'll be the loser. And the people have been coming in, they've been scrambling over themselves. We have well over 5 different groups, think of building refineries. We have well over 6 different groups in the power sector. We have people, falling over themselves to finance the deep sea port. The steel industry, they're coming. Agriculture, we have interest from Israel, from various countries. From China, they came, they saw the soil content. All they want is give us land. So my message out there to everybody, come and key in early. There's always a first mover advantage.